Hi and hello, Rays fans, and welcome to this presentation of Rays Baseball, the first game versus the New York Yankees of this 2020 season here in Tropicana Field. On the mound today for the Rays, the first start of the season for him, Yonny Chirinos. In 26 games last season, he had a 9-5 record with a 3.8 ERA. The Yankees lineup he'll be facing: batting first, the shortstop Gio Urshela; batting second, the third baseman Miguel Andujar; batting third, second baseman DJ LeMahieu; batting fourth, the right fielder Aaron Judge; batting fifth, the designated hitter Gleyber Torres; batting sixth, the left fielder Giancarlo Stanton; batting seventh, left fielder Luke Voit; batting eighth, the catcher Gary Sanchez; and batting ninth, the center fielder Brett Gardner. The first pitch from Chirinos is just outside for a ball. Gio Urshela is up 1-0 in the count. In this first season against the New York Yankees, both teams are 1-2. Both teams also tied for third place in the American League East. The 1-0 pitch to Urshela. Taken outside for a ball, 2-0 goes the count to Gio. The Rays with a 7-12 record against the Yankees a season ago in 2019. This three-game set at home, the 2-0. Taken outside. Once again, ball three. 3 balls, no strikes. To Gio Urshela. Andujar waiting on deck. The 3-0 to Urshela is taken for a strike. Urshela just taking that 3-0 pitch there. Chirinos getting his first strike of the game. Rays would love to get a good outing out of their number 4 starter. They will have Ryan Yarbrough tomorrow. The 3-1 is in there for strike 2. Count goes full now. Chirinos working quickly against Urshela. He's got a full count to the leadoff man, the payoff. Swung on and driven, chased by the right fielder Meadows, and it will drop for a base hit. Gio Urshela will get a leadoff single to get things started for the Yankees here in the top of the first. That ball looked like it would be popped up to Meadows, but did end up falling just feet in front of the right fielder to get a man on base for New York. The first pitch to Andujar is taken just inside for a strike. Miguel Andujar batting .429 so far this season in 3 games. Of course, did spend most of last season on the injured list. Did have Tommy John surgery on his throwing elbow. The 0-1 to Andujar is driven, charged by Adames, flipped over to second, and the throw to first is in time. The Rays erase the leadoff single with their first double play of the game. 2 gone, no men on here in the top of the first. And coming up with the bases empty and 2 out, the second baseman DJ LeMahieu will bat next. He is off to a hot start so far in this 2020 season, batting .545 so far. The first pitch is in there for a strike. LeMahieu takes that one. Chirinos looking to put away the first 3 batters. Of course, he lets the leadoff man get on with a single, but the next batter, is erased by the double play. That pitch outside for a ball. 1-1 the count now. The 1-1 to DJ is swung on and driven, chased by Kiermaier, and he will stop and catch it to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down for the Yankees in the top of the first. And starting the game for the New York Yankees is the pitcher Masahiro Tanaka. In 32 games last season, he had an 11-9 record with a 4.45 ERA. The Tampa Bay Rays lineup he will be facing: leading off, the right fielder Austin Meadows; batting second, the second baseman Brandon Lau; batting third, the designated hitter Joey Wendell; batting cleanup at fourth, the left fielder Hunter Renfroe; batting fifth, the first baseman Ji-Man Choi; Batting 6th, the shortstop Willie Damas, as that pitch is driven on by Meadows, caught easily by Judge to retire the first batter in the bottom of the first. Batting 7th, the third baseman Daniel Robertson. Batting 8th, the center fielder Kevin Kiermaier. Batting 9th, Mike Zunino. The man at the plate with one out and the bases empty is Brandon Lau. Austin Meadows retired on the first pitch that he saw. The fly out to Judge there in right field. The first pitch to Lau is driven on, charged by LeMahieu. The throw to first is in time to retire Lau. So 2 pitches and 2 outs so far for Masahiro Tanaka. Urshela, the man to put away Lau there. Batting next, the designated hitter, Joey Wendell. Batting .300 so far in this season. The first pitch to Wendell takes that one inside for a strike. 0-1 the count to Wendell. Wendell helping the Rays avoid a 3-pitch inning there. The 0-1 to Wendell is swung on and fouled away there. 0-2 the count to Wendell. Masahiro Tanaka 1 strike away from getting out of this inning clean. The game scoreless so far in the bottom of the first. The 0-2 to Wendell is taken low and outside for a ball. 1-2 the count now to Joey. Wendell back in the top of the order for the first time since opening day. The 1-2 is popped up, chased by the first baseman Voit, and he'll get there in time to retire Wendell and the side. 0-0 score through 1. You're watching Rays Baseball on WHBC. Leading off for the Yankees in the top of the second is the cleanup man Aaron Judge. Is batting only .083 so far in the season. But of course in that cleanup spot can do a lot of damage. Was the rookie of the year in the American League just a few seasons ago. One of the young stars in this Major League Baseball. That pitch driven by Judge. And that one is a no-doubter as it goes into the seats in left field. Aaron Judge leads off the top of the second with a home run to give the Yankees an early lead in this one. Judge rounds the bases, his first home run of the season. The Yankees lead 1-0 in the top of the second. Batting next now for the Yankees, the designated hitter Gleyber Torres, batting .200. He's got the bases empty, no man out after that solo leadoff home run by Judge. 1-0 the count to Torres now. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled away there. 1-1 the count now. 1 ball and 1 strike. Good start for Chirinos in the top of the first. Allowed Judge to homer off of him in the top of the second. That pitch is outside for ball number 2. 2-1 the count now to Torres. The pitch. Swung on and missed by Torres. 2-2 the count now to the designated hitter. 17 pitches so far for Yanni Chirinos. The 2-2 to Torres. Broken bat driven on, picked up by the first baseman Choi. He will tag the first base bag to retire Torres. 1 gone in the top of the second for New York. The man that will bat next for the Yankees, the left fielder Giancarlo Stanton, only batting .200 so far this season. Did miss most of last season with a multitude of injuries. Looking to have himself a good season in the Bronx this year. The 0-1 there. That pitch in there for a strike. Chirinos getting ahead of Stanton early. The 0-1 swung on and missed. 0-2 now. The count early to Stanton. No man on, 1 out. Top of the second, the 0-2. Swung on and missed. A 3-pitch strikeout of Stanton by Yonny Chirinos gives him the second out of the inning. First strikeout of the day for Chirinos. And with 2 outs, no man on, he will face the first baseman, Voit. First pitch to him is outside. Voigt's batting .250 so far this season. A man that also did not spend much time on the big league roster last year. Of course, the Yankees with all those injuries. He's back healthy this season. That pitch swung on and missed by Voit. 1-1 the count now to him. The 1-1 swung on and missed once again, and Chirinos is 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. The 1-2 to Voit. That pitch low, not able to be blocked by Zunino as it goes away towards the backstop. The 2-2 now to Voit. Driven for a base hit. Ji-Man Choi cannot get there. The ball will roll to the outfield wall, picked up by the right fielder Meadows. Voit will stretch this one for 2, and it's a 2-out double for the first baseman Voit. Second double of the season for him. Third hit of the game allowed by Yonny Chirinos, as the Yankees have their second run in scoring position in the top of the second inning. The first pitch to Gary Sanchez is in there for a strike. The catcher is batting now, batted .200 last season. The second pitch, I should say, of the count is in for a ball. 1-1 the count now. Sanchez batting with a run in a scoring position. That ball just in there for a strike. And once again, Chirinos finds him 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. The 1-2 to Sanchez. Fouled away. 1-2 remains the count to the catcher Sanchez. Yankees getting off to a hard start in this one. The leadoff home run. Now they got a double. The 1-2 to Sanchez is low for a ball. 2-2 the count. Aaron Judge led the second inning off with a home run off of Chirinos. The 2-2 to Sanchez. Fouled away once again. Count will stay at 2-2. We'll do it again. 32 pitches so far for Chirinos. The 2-2. And Sanchez able to lay off of that one just inside for a ball. The count goes full now to the catcher. The payoff pitch. And just fouled. Right back to Zunino. We're going to do it again at 3-2. A second payoff pitch to Sanchez. Is fouled away down that right field line. Count remains full once again. A third payoff pitch to Sanchez. And swung on and missed. Zunino picks up the ball and throws to Choi to complete the strikeout. That will retire the side. The Yankees pick up a run but leave another runner in scoring position as we head to the bottom of the second on Rays Baseball. Leading off this second inning for the Rays is the cleanup man, left fielder Hunter Renfroe. Batting .273 so far in this 2020 season. First pitch to him is driven on, chased by the center fielder Gardner. And Gardner will put away the leadoff man here to retire Renfroe. 1 out here, bottom of the second. The next man that will come to the plate is the first baseman Ji-Man Choi. He's batting .111 so far in this season. The first pitch to Choi, taken inside for a ball. Like to see these Rays batters taking some pitches here. Only 8 pitches for Tanaka through 1 1 1/3. The 1-0 pitch to Choi, Taken low and inside for a ball. Choi up early in the count now. 2 balls and no strikes to him. Rays looking for their first hit of the game. They're down here early. The 2-0 to Choi is just in there for a strike. Looked like it was inside. The umpire rules that one a strike, though. 2-1 the count now to Choi. Rays giving up their first lead early in the game. Of course, the 3-game set against Pittsburgh that we just had. That pitch fouled away by Choi. The series against Pittsburgh was scoreless mostly in those 3 games through about the first 5 innings before the scoring got started. The Yankees pick up a home run in the top of this inning. The 2-2 to Choi is put into play. Charged by the third baseman, Andujar. His throw to first is not in time. G-Man Choi will reach base on a base hit for him. They're going to rule that a single. The throw by Andujar not able to get to first in time. So the Rays have a 1-out single here in the top of in the bottom of the second. Looked like Luke Voigt's foot came off the bag there, reaching for that throw by Andujar. And the Rays have their first base runner of the game. The man that will come to the plate next is the shortstop, Willy Adames, batting 167 so far early on in this season. The crowd getting on their feet here as the Rays have their first base runner. The first pitch to Adames is fouled away. Looks to be a point of emphasis for Rays hitters to swing early in counts against Tanaka. Of course, Tanaka has had his fair share of success against Tampa Bay. The 0-1 to Willie is taken by Willie for a strike. 0-2. Adames finds himself down in the count here early. That pitch swung on and missed, and Adames strikes out in 3 pitches against Tanaka. Tanaka's got 2 gone here in the bottom of the second. And coming up to the plate now, in his first plate appearance of the season, playing third base today, Daniel Robertson. Last season batted .213, 2 home runs, 19 runs batted in limited action. He takes that first pitch there for a strike. Rays changing things up in the lineup here. With Yandy Diaz hitless through 3 games, they shuffle it up a little bit with Robertson at third base. The 0-1 to Robertson, swung on and driven, but it is right to LeMahieu, who throws it to second base to retire the side there. We go to the top of the third when we come back. Brett Gardner will come to the plate to start this third inning. Takes that pitch there for a strike. Brett Gardner playing center field. He's batting all zeros so far in this 2020 season. Looking for his first hit here against Torinos with the bases empty. No outs. That pitch fouled back. 0-2 now the count to Gardner. Gardner, one of those players that can bat 1 through 9 anywhere in the lineup. He's in the 9 spot here. The 0-2 to him. Taken low for a ball. Leads off quite often for the Yankees. Does spend some time in the 9 spot as he is there today. The 1-2 to him. Taken low. He's got the count all tied up here. 2 balls and 2 strikes to him. Yankees looking for another base runner here as they got a 1-0 lead through 2. The 2-2 to Gardner is swung on and popped up. Chased by the center fielder Kiermaier, and he will be there to easily retire. Gardner 1 away in the top of the third. We go back to the top of the lineup for New York. The shortstop Gio Urshela will come up next. Singled in his last at-bat against Torinos. The first pitch to him is taken low for a ball. Early in the season, no injuries plaguing them yet. The Yankees with their star-studded lineup. Torinos, 42 pitches early on. Rays likely to make a move to the bullpen early. The 1-0-2, Urshela is driven on, picked up by the third baseman Robertson. The throw to first is good. as the Rays get the second out of the inning as they retire Urshela on that ground out. Miguel Andujar will come to the plate, grounded into a double play in his first at-bat. He's batting now with 2 outs, bases empty, top of the third. Yankees have a 1-0 lead on that home run by Judge. In the second inning, that first pitch taken outside for a ball. The 1-0 now to Andujar, swung on and missed. Strike one there. Nice off-speed pitch, looked like a slider there. Andujar could not lay off. The 1-1 now to him. Swung on a driven. He's popped it up. G-Man Choi will be there, and he'll catch it to retire the side. Kevin Kiermaier will lead off this third inning. Kiermaier is batting .200 on the season. First pitch to him is popped up. Tanaka pointing, charged by Voit. And Voit will catch that to retire the first batter of this third inning. Kiermaier sees one pitch, and that's going to be it for him as he heads back to the dugout. The catcher Mike Zunino in the 9th spot of the lineup will bat next. He's batting .111 so far this season. The first pitch he sees from Tanaka is taken low for a ball. 1-0 the count now. That last batter, Kiermaier, another example of the Rays recording outs in early counts against Tanaka. Tanaka with only 19 pitches so far, as that pitch is fouled away by Zunino. Tanaka working quite efficiently. Something we have seen him do against Rays lineups. Of course, last year in the Bronx, he did have a complete game shutout against the Rays. The 1-1 to Zunino, and that looks like it's going to get down for a base hit. As it bounces against the wall, the right fielder Judge will pick it up. And the throw will be off as Zunino records a 1-out double. Rays get their first run in scoring position. Michael Perez comes in a pinch run for Zunino, as it looks like the catcher Zunino was injured on that play. Michael Perez will likely pinch run and replace Zunino at the catcher position. First pitch to Austin Meadows is high for a ball. Reports are it was a finger injury of sorts for Zunino. He comes out of the game after a 1-out double. That pitch inside to Meadows. He's up 2-0. This is what you want if you're the Rays. You got the leadoff man at the plate. The tying run in scoring position early in this one. The 2-0 to Meadows is swung on a driven, but it's lines right to the third baseman, Andujar. He will retire Meadows. Unproductive out as Michael Perez stays at second base, and the Rays have 2 gone here in this third inning. Brandon Lau will come to the plate next. Grounded out to short in his first at-bat. He's got a man in scoring position here. Rays looking to tie it up. The first pitch from Tanaka. That curveball taken high and outside. Lau 2 for 13 in his career versus Tanaka. 2 hits given up by Masahiro so far. The 1-0 to Lau is just high for a ball. Only 1 strikeout for Tanaka, though, although he has been very productive. Only 26 pitches to this point. The 2-0 to Lau is just in there for a strike. 2-1 the count now to Lau. The 2-1 is low and inside. That one easily able to be laid off of by Lau. He's got himself a 3-1 count here. Hopefully looking for a favorable pitch against Tanaka. He's 0 for 1 against him so far. The 3-1 pitch on its way. Swung on and missed. Lau fooled by the changeup there. Masahiro Tanaka loads up the count. Now it's full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. one strike away from getting out of the inning and eliminating the threat. The payoff pitch from Tanaka. Swung on and driven, but picked up by the shortstop Gio Urshela to retire the side. Rays get a one-out double, leave them stranded as they are scoreless through 3. As we mentioned in the last inning, Michael Perez replaces Mike Zunino at catcher in his first appearance so far in a game. He has spent about a season and a half now with the Rays through this point. Was not on the Major League roster for most of last season, but gets behind the plate now in the top of the 4th inning in this one. The first pitch to LeMahieu was taken outside for a ball. The second baseman DJ LeMahieu at the plate now, flied out to center in his first at-bat. 47 pitches through 3 innings so far for Chirinos. Second pitch to LeMahieu is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count now to DJ. Yanni Chirinos with 3 hits allowed so far to this point. 2 strikeouts for him. The 1-1 to DJ. Swung on and driven for a base hit, charged by Meadows. He will just pick it up and flip it to Lau. So that is going to be a leadoff single for DJ LeMahieu, his first hit of the game. The right fielder Aaron Judge will bat next, homered off of Chirinos in his first at-bat. He's got a man on the base path here with no outs. Top of the 4th, first pitch to Judge, fouled away, 0-1 the count now. Yankees with a 1-0 lead in the top of the 4th. Rays had a man in scoring position with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. Could not bring him in, though. They trail here. The 0-1 to Judge. Gets away from Perez, and DJ LeMahieu will move to second base on the wild pitch. At least that's how we believe they will score it. It is scored a wild pitch. That pitch got away from both Yanni Chirinos and the catcher Perez. Not fair to charge a pass ball there to Perez, as that slider got far away from Chirinos. And with no outs, the Yankees have a man in scoring position with their cleanup hitter at the plate. A crucial series here for New York. That pitch swung on and missed by Judge. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Chirinos strikes out Judge after allowing a home run to him in his last at-bat, and the Rays get their first out of the inning. Impressive for Chirinos to come back, throwing those pitches in the strike zone, not afraid of Judge there. Gets the strike out of him there, and the Yankees have 1 gone in the top of the 4th. First pitch to Gleyber Torres is just high for a ball. Gleyber Torres grounded out to first base in his first at-bat against Chirinos. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to him now. The 1-0 pitch on the way from Chirinos. And checks his swing there. He's going to take that one for a ball. 2-0 the count now to Torres. That pitch is popped up, charged by Ji-Man Choi, and he will catch that to retire Torres. Unproductive out as LeMahieu stays at second base. And the Yankees now with 2 gone with the man in scoring position. Giancarlo Stanton, the man that will bat next, struck out in his first at-bat against Chirinos. The first pitch to Stanton is in just low for a ball. Stanton batting 100 so far with runners in scoring position early in this 2020 season. 4 hits allowed to this point by Yanni Chirinos. The 1-0 pitch to Stanton is laid off there for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. The count to Stanton now. Yankees now reaching the bottom part of their lineup. Kind of surprised to see Giancarlo Stanton in the 6th hole, but the Yankees so versatile with where they can put guys in the lineup. Stanton takes that one for a strike, just in there. Low in the zone for a strike. The 2-1 count The pitch to Stanton. Swung on and driven, but right to G-Man Choi. He will head to the first base bag to retire the threat. The Yankees get a man in scoring position with no outs, but they leave him stranded as they'll have to keep their 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Leading off in the bottom of this fourth inning, the left-hander Joey Wendell. A righty-on-lefty matchup here for the Rays to lead things off. Wendell takes that curveball for a strike. 0-1 now the count to him. Wendell, Renfroe, and Choi will come to the plate. G-Man Choi quite busy in this one with all the ground balls to him. And flyouts, a couple flyouts to Choi as well. The 0-1 to Wendell is fouled away down that left field line, down near the visiting bullpen. 0-2 now, early in the count to Wendell. The 0-2 pitch on the way from Tanaka. Taken high for a ball. 1-2 the count now to the leadoff man in this fourth inning. Wendell flew out to the first baseman Voit in his first at-bat against Tanaka, the 1-2. Fouled away there by Wendell. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rays looking to at least tie things up here. So we're at the bottom of the fourth inning. The Rays trail 1-0. Joey Wendell swings at a ball high in the zone, charged by the shortstop Urshela, and he will catch that one to retire Wendell. 1 gone now in the fourth for the Rays. Hunter Renfroe, the man that will bat next, the cleanup hitter for Tampa Bay, flew out to center in his first at-bat. He's batting with 1 gone, bases empty here, bottom of the fourth. Takes that pitch low for a ball. 1-0 the count now to Renfroe. Takes that one also low and outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. The count now to Renfroe. 37 pitches to this point for Tanaka. Working quite efficiently. Of course, the Yankees, though, with that power bullpen, no need to stretch out Tanaka too much. That pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 now. Renfroe takes that changeup right down the middle. The 2-1 to Renfroe now. Swung on and driven. That one will get down for a base hit. It looks like it will be 2 as it bounces off the wall. Judge picks it up. The throw to second will not be in time as Renfroe gets a standing up double with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. The Rays get their second man in scoring position as they trail 1-0. Second double of the game as well for the Rays, as Tanaka allows his second hit of the contest. At first pitch to Choi, fouled away. 0-1 now. The count to G-Man Choi. The pitch, taken outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. G-Man Choi singled in his first at-bat against Tanaka. Another one of these lefty-righty matchups favoring the Rays here. They've got a man in scoring position. The tying run at second base is Hunter Renfroe. The 1-1 pitch to Choi is popped up, chased by Brett Gardner. He will catch that one easily as Renfroe retreats back to second base. He'll have to stay there with 2 gone in the bottom of the fourth. The shortstop Willie Adames will bat next. He struck out in his first at-bat against Masahiro Tanaka, looking for something a little better here as the Rays have the tying run in scoring position. 2 gone here, bottom of the fourth inning. The first pitch to Adames swung on and missed. Not able to lay off of that changeup. It did go right down the middle, however. 0-1 now the count to Adames. Rays now towards the bottom part of their lineup. Willie Adames batting in the 6th spot, playing shortstop. Second pitch to Adames is fouled away down the left field line. No balls, 2 strikes, the count to Adames. Tanaka 1 strike away from getting out of this one. The pitch to Adam is on its way. Swung on and driven, charged by Urshela. The throw to first will be in time to retire Adames and the side. The Rays leave another man in scoring position. They're scoreless through 4. Leading off this 5th inning for the New York Yankees, the first baseman Luke Voit will bat first. Doubled in his first at-bat against Chirinos. Chirinos with 60 pitches through 4 innings. Has settled down a little bit in that last inning. The first pitch to Voit is just low for a ball. No walks by either team issued so far. Good to see if you're Chirinos, for sure, his first start of the season. The 1-0 to Voit on its way, and they're low for a ball. Looked like it was well inside the strike zone. The umpire is going to rule that a ball, though. 2 balls, no strikes, the count to Voit, who leads off this 5th inning. Yanni Chirinos allowing 4 hits so far. The 2-0 to Voit is also low for a ball, and a couple pitches on the border there ruled balls by the umpire. Chirinos down early in the count, 3-0 against the first baseman Voit. The 3-0 pitch on its way. And that's in there for a strike. Another pitch there on the bottom border of the plate. That one is called a strike. And now the 3-1 to Voit is swung on and driven. And it will be chased by the center fielder Kiermaier. He will stop and catch that easily to retire Voit. 1 gone now, top of the 5th inning. The catcher Gary Sanchez will bat next. Struck out in his first at-bat against Yanni Chirinos. 1 gone, no man on here for the Yankees in the top of the 5th. 1-0 lead off of the 2nd inning solo shot by Aaron Judge. First pitch to Sanchez, just inside for ball. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to him. Chirinos working quickly at this point against Sanchez. The 1-0 pitch to the catcher. Swung on and driven. Adam is not able to get there. It'll be picked up by the left fielder Renfroe. And Gary Sanchez will have himself a 1-out single to keep things going for New York. First hit of the day for Sanchez. The center fielder Brett Gardner will bat next. Flat out to center in his first at-bat. Yankees looking to add on to their lead here. That first pitch fouled away by Brett Gardner. 0-1 now, the count to him. 5th hit of the day allowed for Yanni Chirinos. The 0-1 now. Taken outside and low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Gardner at this point. 1 on, 1 out for the Yankees in the top of this 5th inning. The 1-1 to Gardner is fouled away. 1-2 goes the count now. The 1-2 to Gardner is outside and low for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. The count to Gardner. The pitch on its way. Swung on and driven. Picked up by Ji-Man Choi. Flips over to Adames at second and throws it back to Chirinos, who is covering first base. The Rays get their 2nd double play of the game to retire the side as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Daniel Robertson will lead things off for the Rays in the bottom of the 5th inning. The third baseman grounded out in his first at-bat. That first pitch swung on and missed by Robertson. The third baseman 1 for 8 against Tanaka in his career. The 0-1 to him. Taken low for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. The count to the man leading off things in this inning. Tanaka working quickly, the 1-1 to Robertson. Robertson not able to lay off of that pitch high in the zone. They're going to call that a strike. 1-2 the count now to him. The 1-2 to Robertson. Swung on and missed. He chased a slider outside of the zone, and Robertson is out on strikes to retire the first batter of the 5th inning. That is the second strikeout of the day for Yankee starter Masahiro Tanaka. The center fielder Kevin Kiermaier is up next. Flied out to the first baseman Voit in his first at-bat against Tanaka. Another left-on righty here for Tampa Bay. Rays stacking their lineup with all those left-handed bats they have early on in the season, facing a lot of right-handed starters. That pitch fouled away down the right field line. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count. 1 on, 1 out, no men on. Bottom of the 5th, the 1-1 to Kiermaier's taken high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. They count now to him. The 2-1 pitch is taken low for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike now. The catcher, Michael Perez, is on deck. The 3-1 to Kiermaier is just outside. Tanaka issues his first walk of the game as Kevin Kiermaier will take his base at first. The Rays have a base runner here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They get their tying run on the base path. Michael Perez in his first at-bat of this 2020 season, coming in to replace the injured Zunino. Zunino, it appeared, with a finger injury after getting a double in his first at-bat. Michael Perez pinch ran for him. The throw back to first is not in time as Kiermaier slides back to the bag. Crowd sensing a run here for the Rays. The first pitch to Perez is on its way, and it's outside. Looked like a pitch out there, anticipating Kevin Kiermaier stealing. He does not run on that pitch, and it is a 1-0 count now to Perez. Perez certainly benefiting from having Kiermaier on the base path, distracting Tanaka a little bit. The 1-0 to Perez, and that will fall for a base hit. Kiermaier will head to second base, and the Rays have their 3rd runner in scoring position of the game on that base hit from Michael Perez. As we said, Perez benefiting from Tanaka, perhaps being a little distracted from having Kiermaier at first base, works to the advantage of the backup catcher as he gets his first hit of the season in his first at-bat. The leadoff man Meadows now will bat with 1 out. Runners on first and second. That first pitch to him is inside for a ball. The 1-0 pitch to Meadows is in there for a strike. Tanaka allowed his 4th hit there to Perez. In his first jam, it appears, of the game, the 1-1 to Meadows is swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Meadows. Second baseman Brandon Lau is on deck. Meadows is 0 for 2 in this one. Lined out to third base in his last at-bat. The 1-2 to him here. Swung on and fouled away down the right field line. 1-2 remains the count to Meadows. The 1-2 pitch is just low, blocked by Sanchez. Ball gets a little bit away from him there. The runners will hold. It will be a ball added to the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count now to Meadows. Tanaka working, he throws. That pitch is low, but swung on and missed by Meadows as he is out on strikes. Tanaka picks up his 3rd strikeout of the day. Brandon Lau, the man that comes to the plate here. 2 home runs early in the season. I know Rays fans would love to see his 3rd here. Would give the Rays the lead. A base hit would likely tie it here. That first pitch taken low and away for a ball. 4 hits allowed, 3 struck out for Tanaka. As that pitch is jacked by Lau, that pitch goes deep into the right field seats, and it's way over the fence as the Rays take their first lead of the day on a 3-run homer by Brandon Lau, his third of the season, and just when the Rays needed it most, Brandon Lau comes through once again for the Rays. "418 feet is the distance on that one. Brandon Lau loving to send those home runs over to that part of the right field deck. And the Rays, with a 3-1 lead. It appeared like Tanaka was having a little bit of trouble with all those runners on the base path. Gives up a 3-run homer to Brandon Lau there, as that first pitch to Wendell is taken for a strike. 0-1 the count now to him. Wendell 0 for 2. Flied out in both at-bats. Things appearing much better for this Tropicana Field crowd as the Rays have their first lead of the game against the much-hated New York Yankees, American League East rivals, of course. Rays looking to move up in the American League East standings, of course, as both of these teams are tied for third place. The 1-1 to Wendell popped up, chased by the center fielder Gardner, and he will be there to retire the side. Rays pick up their first runs of the game and take the lead through 5. They have a 3-1 lead. Top of the 6th coming next. Gio Urshela, the man that will come to the plate for the Yankees here in the top of the 6th. That first pitch fouled away. Yankees back to the top of their lineup. Rays have a couple of pitchers warming up in the bullpen. 73 pitches for Chirinos so far. That second pitch taken for a strike. He's looking good so far. Ahead in the count early to the leadoff man, Urshela. Urshela is 1 for 2 in this one. Grounded to third base in his last at-bat. The 0-2 to Urshela is just low for a ball. 1-2 the count now to him. The right-hander is Oliver Drake, and the right-hander Diego Castillo warming up in the bullpen. We've seen a little bit of both of these guys so far in the opening series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. The 1 now to Urshela. Driven and hits the feet of Chirinos. He scrambles to pick up the ball. The throw to first is in time to retire Urshela. And 1 gone so far in the top of the 6th. On kind of a weird bounce play, Chirinos able to pick up the ball that bounces off of his leg. Flips it over to Choi in time to retire him. So 1 gone in the top of the 6th. Miguel Andujar, the man that will bat next, the third baseman, is 0 for 2, as that ball is outside for a ball. 0 for 2. Flew out to G-Man Choi in his last at-bat. He's batting with the bases empty, as that pitch gets in the gap past Choi for a base hit. Andujar has his first hit of the game and a 1-out single to give the Yankees a base runner and bring the tying run to the plate here in DJ LeMahieu. LeMahieu is 1 for 2. Singled off of Chirinos in his last at-bat. That first pitch in there for a strike. You would think certainly if LeMahieu finds a way to get on base, the Rays would like to make a change to the bullpen. Don't want to see Chirinos get jammed up now with the Rays having the lead. At this point, with a few innings left, you want to try and lock down this lead if at all possible. LeMahieu takes a second strike. He's down now early in the count, 0-2. LeMahieu off to a fast start. Was batting .545 heading into this game. He's 1 for 2 here. The 0-2 to LeMahieu. Swung on and driven. Bounced off Choi. He throws it to Chirinos to retire him. Andujar is able to move over to second base, though. So while it is the second out of the inning, the Yankees get a runner in scoring position. The right fielder Aaron Judge will bat next, as that first pitch is low for a ball. Judge 1 for 2 in this one with a home run and a strikeout in his last at-bat versus Chirinos. Second pitch is low for a ball, 2-0. The count now to Judge. Judge represents the tying run. They have a runner also at scoring position as that pitch is fouled away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now the count to Judge. Chirinos with 84 pitches so far. Rays have the bullpen moving. 2 gone so far in the 6th. The 2-1 to Judge. Swung on a driven, backhanded by Choi. The throw over to Chirinos, and he beats Judge to the first base bag to retire the side. The Yankees leave a man in scoring position, and they trail the Tampa Bay Rays by a score of 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Rays baseball on WHBC. The left fielder Hunter Renfroe will lead things off here for the Rays in the bottom of the 6th inning. Renfroe is 1 for 2 with a double in his last at-bat versus Tanaka. And that first pitch is going to be another double, it appears, as Renfroe rounds first base. Heads to second, the throw to Judge will not be in time. As Renfroe picks up his 2nd straight double of the game, his 3rd of the season. And the Rays have a leadoff double to get a man in scoring position. Masahiro Tanaka with a hot start, but the manager, Aaron Boone, will make a change here in the bottom of the 6th. After giving up the leadoff double, the Yankees will head to the bullpen, and we'll see who the first man out of the pen for New York will be. Tanaka heads to the dugout. His final line, he ended up giving up 3 runs on 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks, and the first man out of the pen for New York, Adam Ottavino, appeared in 2 games this season. A 0.00 ERA, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk for him. And he will face the middle part of this Rays order. G-Man Choi, Willie Adames, and Daniel Robertson scheduled to come up. Rays looking to add on to their lead. Midway through this one, he'll face G-Man Choi first, the lefty on righty matchup, favoring Choi. That pitch in the zone for a strike. G-Man Choi 1 for 2. So far in this one, singled in his first at-bat, flew out to center in his last at-bat versus Chirinos. He is facing the righty Ottavino here. That first pitch is high for a ball. The 1-1 count now to Choi. Swung on and driven by G-Man Choi. That will fall for a base hit. It heads to the outfield wall. The center fielder, Brett Gardner, gathers it, and that will score a run on an RBI double for G-Man Choi, his first double of the season. That pitch easily able to score Renfroe. The Rays add on to their lead. They lead now at this point 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Willie Adames, the man that will bat next. He's 0 for 2 in this one. Grounded out to second in his last at-bat. That first pitch in there for a strike. Rays once again have a man in scoring position after that RBI double. 1 man on, no outs. Good situation for the Rays to continue to pour on the New York Yankees here. The bottom of the 6th inning. The 5th pitch from Ottavino is on its way. The 0-1 to Adames is taken low for a ball. And he's going to try for third base. And he's safe. G-Man Choi slides into third on that wild pitch. Rays now have an extra insurance run 90 feet away. Potential sacrifice play on for Willie Adames here. Probably not, though, with no outs. Try and let Adames hit with a 1-1 count. We'll see, though. Rays lead 4-1 through 6. The pitch to Adames now swung on and missed. 1-2 now the count to Adames. Any type of fly out to center field would likely score a 5th run for the Rays, as the Yankees have Jay Happ and Zach Britton warming up in the bullpen. The 1-2 to Adames from Ottavino is on its way, and driven on foul along that left field line. 1-2 will remain the count. The 1-2 to Adames is inside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count. to Willy Adames. That pitch driven on by Willy Adames. It is caught by Brett Gardner. Ji-Man Choi tagging up from third base. And the throw is off, not in time. That sacrifice fly will score Ji-Man Choi from third. And while it is the first out of the inning, it gives the Rays their 5th run of the game and adds on to their lead now. Adam Ottavino allowing a 2nd run to score in the 6th inning. Daniel Robertson, the man that will bat next. He's got the bases empty with 1 out here. Rays towards the bottom of their lineup against the Yankees bullpen. That pitch driven by Daniel Robertson. He swings on the first pitch he sees, and he's got a 1-out single. That will be the first hit of the season as well for Daniel Robertson. He's got himself a base hit. And the Rays add another base runner here. That baseball in the gap there. Right past second base. Kevin Kiermaier up next. Kevin Kiermaier 0 for 1 with a walk in his last at bat. The 0-1 to KK. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike now. 2 hits allowed for Ottavino in this inning. The 1-1 to Kiermaier is low for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now is the count to Kiermaier. Rays will likely make a move to the bullpen, you would think, as when we head to the top of the 7th. Rays with a 4-1 lead at this point, looking to add on. That pitch swung on and missed by Kiermaier. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count to him. 1 man on, 1 out. Rays with a 5-1 lead. The Yankees took the lead early on a 2nd inning solo home run by Aaron Judge. The Rays take the lead on a 3-run homer by Brandon Lau. Pick up a couple of insurance runs here in this inning. That pitch high for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Kiermaier. The count goes full. Daniel Robertson, the runner at first base, will likely go here on the full count. The payoff pitch. And it is put into play by Kiermaier. The throw to second is in time, but the second baseman, LeMahieu, will not be able to do anything else with it as Robertson kind of slides into LeMahieu. So Kevin Kiermaier will reach base on a fielder's choice. That throw to second base by Gio Urshela is the ground out, well, to get out Robertson. Michael Perez in the 2nd at-bat of the game singled in his first at-bat of the season, actually. He's batting 100. Nice for the Rays backup catcher. Will likely be the Rays starter in the coming days as we wait to figure out what the injury with Mike Zunino is. Looks like a finger injury after a double he had in his first at-bat of the game. That throw to the first base bag is not in time. Kiermaier slides back. Voit not able to get the tag in time. Michael Perez has a 1-0 count. Once again, benefiting from having Kevin Kiermaier batting ahead of him on the base path. A nice way for the Rays to kind of protect the catcher spot in their lineup, to have Kevin Kiermaier bat right in front of him. The 2-0 count now to Perez. 2 outs, 1 on, bottom of the 6th. Perez not able to check his swing there. 2 balls and a strike is the count now to the catcher. The pitch from Ottavino. Swung on and popped up, charged by the shortstop Urshela, who will catch that to retire the side. Rays pick up a couple of insurance runs. They now have a 5-1 lead through 6. Oliver Drake is the man that will replace Yonny Chirinos. Chirinos will finish with 6 hits allowed, 2 strikeouts, and an earned run off that home run by Judge. Will finish as the winning pitcher if this result holds, and Oliver Drake is the man that will come in next. First batter he will face is the designated hitter, Gleyber Torres. Gleyber Torres is 0 for 2 in this one. Flew out to the first baseman in his last at-bat. That first pitch from Drake there is in there for a strike. Rays just looking to lock this one up. They've got a 4-run lead. 9 outs left to get against this daunted New York Yankees lineup that they have only allowed 1 run to so far through 6 innings. Ended up being a pretty good start by Chirinos. Got in a couple of jams. Of course, that home run to Judge was no fun, but thankfully that's all it was. Oliver Drake up in the count now. No balls, 2 strikes. The count to the man leading off the inning, Torres. 5, 6, 7 spots of the lineup will come up for the Yankees here in the 7th inning. The 0-2 laid off there by Torres. 1-2 the count now. Drake looking to record his first out of the inning. The 1-2 to Torres. Swung on and missed by Gleyber Torres. And Oliver Drake picks up his first strikeout of the inning. 1 away here. Giancarlo Stanton, the man that will come to the plate now as he is booed by the Rays crowd. He's 0 for 2 in this one. Grounded out to G-Man Choi in his last at-bat as he swings at that first pitch. Chased by the left fielder Renfroe, who will be there in time to retire Stanton. 2 gone now early in the top of the 7th. Luke Voit, the first baseman, will bat now. Voit is 1 for 2 in this one with a double. Flew out to center in his last at-bat. First time facing Oliver Drake. The righty-on-righty matchup favoring the Rays here. The first pitch to Voit is low for a ball. 1-0 the count now. Rays about halfway through their opening homestand of this season. Lost a series to the Pittsburgh Pirates 1-2. Lead in this first game of the 3-game set. That pitch driven by Luke Voit, and it will be down for a double. It hits along the outfield wall, and the Yankees have themselves a 2-out double by Luke Voit, his second double of the game, in fact. As Oliver Drake is not able to get out of the inning just yet. That curveball or slider, I can't really tell what that off-speed pitch was, just kind of hung over the middle part of that plate. That ball looked like it could have gone, but fell just on the warning track and bounced along the outfield wall, picked up by Meadows. Not able to make the throw in time, though, as Luke Voit was easily able to get to second base. The first pitch to the catcher, Sanchez, now is low and outside for a ball. Sanchez is 1 for 2 in this one with a strikeout and a single in his last at-bat. First time facing Oliver Drake, though. Drake, the first relief pitcher to come in for the Rays, looks like he's going to have the 7th. The 1-0 pitch to Sanchez is swung on and missed. Gary Sanchez batting .333 with runners in scoring position. Yankees at least trying to get one of those insurance runs back. The 2 that was added on by the Rays in the bottom of the 6th inning. That pitch outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Sanchez now. 10 pitches for Drake in this inning. He's recorded 2 outs. 2-1 as Sanchez swung on and missed. And Drake is 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Clean. He's given up a double. No runs allowed to this point. He's got a 2-2 count to the catcher Sanchez. Looking to hold on to this 4-run lead in the top of the 7th. The 2-2 to Sanchez. Fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count to the catcher Sanchez now. We'll do it again. The 2-2 pitch from Drake is on its way. Fouled back once again. Gary Sanchez just looking to stay alive. Count remains 2-2 for a 3rd consecutive time. Drake just looking to get out of the inning. The pitch to Sanchez. Fouled away for a 4th time down the right field line. We'll do it again. The 2-2 pitch to Gary Sanchez. Drake sets and throws. That pitch is fouled away once again. Ninth pitch of the at-bat looming. Gary Sanchez working an 8-pitch at-bat to this point. Man in scoring position. 2 gone. Drake looking to get out of the inning. The throw on its way. Fouled back. The 9th pitch of that at-bat is a foul ball. This at-bat ends up to double-digit pitches. The 10th pitch of the at-bat is up next. The 2-2 to Sanchez from Drake on its way. Fouled away, the 10th pitch of that at-bat. Gary Sanchez just fouling these balls off. The 11th pitch of the at-bat is looming. Drake throwing 10 pitches to Gary Sanchez at this point. The 2-2 on its way. Fouled away. 11 pitches so far in this at-bat. The 12th coming up to Sanchez. The 2-2 on its way from Drake. And it is put into play. The 12th pitch of the at-bat is a base hit from Sanchez as he will stay at first base. It will score the runner from second base as the Yankees get 1 run closer on an RBI single by Gary Sanchez. Luke Voit comes around to score on that single, and the Rays make a move, take out Oliver Drake, insert Chaz Rowe. His first appearance of the season, appeared in 71 games last year. A 4.06 ERA. 65 strikeouts, 31 walks. Known for a nasty slider of his. He'll come out, you would think, likely just to maybe face a batter or 2 to try and get out of this inning. He's facing the 9-hole hitter, Brett Gardner, here with 1 on and 2 outs. Brett Gardner swings at the first pitch he sees, and that pitch is going to go back to the wall. Meadow watches it go, and now the Yankees have brought themselves back just 1 run back of the Rays. They score 3 runs in this inning. That 2-run shot by Gardner, his first home run of the year. And now things just got serious in the top of the 7th. That home run by Brett Gardner will score Gary Sanchez from first. The Rays hold just a 1-run lead at this point, a 5-4 lead in the top of the 7th. 2 gone now. First pitch home run by Gary Sanchez, and that is a flyout to Meadows to retire the side. They allow 3 runs, but that's it as they keep the lead when we head to the bottom of the 7th. Zach Britton, the next pitcher that will come in for the Yankees, pitched in 66 games last year. 1.9 ERA, 53 strikeouts, 32 walks. Yankees going to their A bullpen here, trying to pick up a win and come back against their AL East division rival. First pitcher Britton will face is the leadoff man Meadows, the left-down lefty. That pitch outside for a ball. Adam Ottavino finishes with 2 hits and a strikeout. 2 runs, but I believe neither of them earned. Zach Britton in now for the Yankees. Austin Meadows is 0 for 3, struck out in his last at-bat. The 0-1 to him is high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes, the count now against Zach Britton. The 2-0 pitch to Meadows, swung on and missed. 2-1 the count now to Austin Meadows. Zach Britton out for the Yankees to start the inning. The 2-1 to Meadows, fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, now the count to the leadoff man. Rays scheduled to have the 1-2-3 hitters. Meadows, Lau, and Wendell will come to the plate to face Britton. The 2-2 to Meadows, outside for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count to Meadows now. The payoff pitch from Britton is on its way. That pitch grounded by Meadows into the gap. It will be picked up by LeMahieu, who throws it to first to record the first out of the inning. Smart shift there by the Yankees to put the second baseman LeMahieu in that gap between first and second base. Lau will come to the plate now. Meadows grounded right to LeMahieu there. Brandon Lau, of course, with a 3-run homer to give the Rays the lead. They added a couple more an inning later. Now hold only a 1-run lead. Would love to see another home run from Brandon Lau, if at all possible. Of course, homered in his last at-bat. He's 1 for 3 today. Oh, and 1 the count now to Lau. Lefty on lefty against Britton. The 0-1 to Lau. Fouled away. 0-2 the count now to Brandon Lau. Rays holding on to a 1-run lead. 6 more outs needed to put the Yankees away and get a game closer to getting back to 500 as Brandon Lau swings and misses there. He's out on strikes. Zach Britton picks up his first strikeout. Joey Wendell, the man that will bat next. 2 outs, bases empty for Wendell. Wendell is 0 for 3 with a trio of flyouts. Flew out to Gardner in center field in his last at-bat. That first pitch fouled away. No balls, 1 strike is the count to Wendell. Wendell coming into this game batting .300. He's 0 for 3 in this one, however. The 0-1 to Wendell from Britton. That pitch is grounded to Andujar. Throws to first to retire Wendell easily. That will retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Britton, as the Yankees just 1 run behind the Rays as we head to the top of the 8th. Jose Alvarado, the man that will come in to pitch for the Rays next. He's appeared in 2 games already this season. 1 strikeout, no walks. 2 innings pitched, no runs allowed. Straight zeros on the ERA. The first man he will face is Miguel Andujar. The closer Anderson and the reliever Diego Castillo, both righties, are warming up in the bullpen. The lefty Alvarado will face Andujar first. The righty, the first pitch to Andujar, is in there for a strike. 0-1 now. Rays go Chirinos for 6. Alvarado for 2/3. Chaz Rowe to get another third, as Chaz Rowe allowed a 2-run shot to the 9-hole man, Brett Gardner. Jose Alvarado here in the 8th. That second pitch in there for a strike. Rays looking to lock down a 1-run lead. It's been a great game so far. The 0-2 to Andujar is driven into left field. That ball will fall on the track against the left field wall. Renfroe throws to second, will not be in time. And Miguel Andujar has a leadoff double, his first of the season. The second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, will bat next. He's 1 for 3 in this one with a single. Grounded out to first in his last at-bat. The Yankees have the tying run in scoring position with no outs. That first pitch inside to LeMahieu. 9,000 fans in attendance for this game here. The lefty on righty favoring the Yankees. The 1-0 count to LeMahieu. That pitch is low for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Alvarado getting himself into a sticky situation here early. He allowed a leadoff double, brought the tying run to scoring position. Rays clinging to a 1-run lead here in the 8th. The 2-0 is in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now the count. To the second baseman, LeMahieu. He's 1 for 3. The 2-1 swung on and fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count. Alvarado looking to put away LeMahieu here. He was so good a season ago. The 2-2 swung on and missed on a pitch high and inside. DJ LeMahieu cannot lay off, and the Rays get their first out of the inning. Alvarado picking up his first strike out of the game. And what do you know? The man to the plate for the New York Yankees, Aaron Judge. The right fielder is 1 for 3 in this one with a home run in the second. Would be the worst possible scenario for the Rays here. The Yankees have a tying run in scoring position with only 1 out. The first pitch to Judge. High and inside, taken for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the count to Judge. Another lefty on righty. A little bit of a questionable move, but of course with the Yankees being laden with the right-handers all across, you're going to have to use Alvarado at some point. And they like him in the high leverage spot to face the 2-3-4 hitters. That pitch swung on and missed by Judge. 1 ball, 1 strike, now the count to him. The 1-1 pitch to Judge. On its way. Swung on and missed by Aaron Judge. Jose Alvarado going high and inside with these pitches, pitching to these New York Yankee hitters. The 1-2 to the righty Judge is on its way. Fouled away down the right field line. Yankees have the tying run in scoring position after a leadoff double by the third baseman Miguel Andujar. 1 gone now in the 8th. The 1-2 pitch from Alvarado on its way. Is high for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count to this point, Alvarado facing Aaron Judge in the top of this 8th inning. The 2-2 pitch on its way. Fouled away once again. We'll do it again. Count remains 2-2. Big spot for the Rays in what has been an absolute treat of a game if you've been watching here. The 2-2 to Judge on its way. Driven just foul. That pitch would have easily tied the game. With Andujar, it's hard to say, but likely any base hit will tie this game. We'll do another 2-2 pitch to Judge from Alvarado. Swung on and missed. Alvarado picks up his second straight strikeout, gets Aaron Judge in this one, and there's 2 gone in the 8th. The designated hitter Gleyber Torres will come in next. Diego Castillo comes in to replace Alvarado. Castillo appearing in a game this season, recording a scoreless inning. No strikeouts or walks though. Just 3 up and 3 down in his first appearance. He relieves Alvarado, who allowed a hit but picked up 2 strikeouts. Rays needing 4 more outs to close this one out. The first pitch to Torres is in there for a strike. Torres is 0 for 3 in this one, struck out in his last at-bat. Diego Castillo will likely finish this inning. Nick Anderson to come out in the 9th. That pitch fouled away by Torres. And now the Rays 1 strike away from getting out of this one and holding the lead. Alvarado gives up the leadoff double to Andujar. Struck out the next 2 batters. The pitch. Swung on and driven. That pitch is gone if it's fair. And it is. It's gone. Gleyber Torres gives the Yankees a lead on that 2-run home run by Torres, his first of the season. And now the Tampa Bay Rays trail the New York Yankees by a run once again. Yankees hold the lead now by a score of 6-5 on that home run down the left field line. Barely fair, but it stayed. And Kevin Cash now upset with himself. He brought in Diego Castillo to replace Alvarado. Diego Castillo allows a home run off the first batter he faces in Gleyber Torres. And now the 5-1 lead the Rays held just a couple of innings ago has suddenly vanished at the hands of this New York Yankees lineup. Giancarlo Stanton will come in with the bases empty and 2 gone. First pitch to him is low. 1-0 the count now. The 1-0 to Stanton. That is a wild pitch. Thankfully, no man on base. 2 balls, no strikes the count now to Stanton. The pitch is in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike at this point. And now this game has completely flipped on its head. Originally, the approach was to try and lock down the Yankees and hold on to a 5-run lead. That pitch swung on and missed. The Rays now 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. The pitch to Stanton. Popped up and chased by the center fielder Kiermaier. He'll get over there to retire Stanton and the side. The Yankees, though, retain the lead on a 3-run 8th inning. That 2-run homer off of Gleyber Torres there. Pitching now for the New York Yankees is Chad Green. He comes in to replace Zach Britton. Appeared in 54 games last year, a 4-4 record, a 4.17 ERA, 98 strikeouts, 19 walks for Chad Green. Appeared in the opener occasionally, but was mainly a back-end bullpen piece. And leading off for the Rays in this inning is Hunter Renfroe. He's 2 for 3 in this one with back-to-back doubles in his last 2 at-bats. So a good man to lead off here for the Rays as they trail 1 with 6 outs left to get something going in this first game against the Yankees. The pitch from Green is swung on and missed by Renfroe for a strike. The Yankees have their closer Chapman and the lefty J. Happ warming up in the pen if something was to happen to Chad Green. That pitch outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count to Renfroe. Renfroe, Choi, and Adames scheduled to come to the plate. Rays will likely have the bottom part of their order in the 9th. That pitch outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike now the count to Renfroe, facing the right-hander Chad Green. Yankees looking to lock down a 1-run lead. The 2-1 to Renfroe swung on and missed on a pitch well inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count to Renfroe. Renfroe kicking himself after swinging on that one. The slugger acquired from San Diego. I'm sure I would love to tie things up here. 2-2 the count from Green, the throw. And it's grounded right to the third baseman. Andujar flips over to the first baseman Voit to retire Renfroe as the Yankees get their first out of the inning. They're 4 away now from getting a 1-run win. Ji-Man Choi will come to the plate. He is 2 for 3 so far in this one with a single and a double. Doubled in his last at-bat. Part of an inning that gave the Rays a 5-1 lead. That lead quickly vanished. Yankees take the lead on a 2-run homer by Gleyber Torres in the top of this 8th inning. The 1-0 pitch to Choi. Low for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Choi just looking to get on base. Would represent the tying run if he's able to do so. The 2-0 pitch to the lefty Choi on its way. Swung on and missed. Not able to make contact with that fastball. Green not afraid to go high and inside the strike zone. 2 balls, 1 strike now the count to Choi. Green sets and throws. That pitch swung on and missed again by Choi. 2 balls, 2 strikes now the count to him. Green working quickly against Choi. The righty-lefty advantage goes to the batter, Choi, in this case. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And it's high and outside for a ball. Count goes full now. Willie Adames is on deck. 1 out, no men on. Full count to Ji-Man Choi here. The pitch to Choi. And they're going to ring him up. Ji-Man Choi strikes out looking against Chad Green. The Yankees retire the second batter of the inning. They're now 1 out away from getting out of this one. Willie Adames will come up with the bases empty in this one. The first pitch from Chad Green on the way. And it's low and outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. The count now to Willie. Adames is 3 for 9 in his career against Green. You would like to think a favorable matchup here. They need a run. And that pitch looks like it is going to be foul along the right field line. Bouncing into the Rays bullpen there. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count for Willie. He's batting with the bases empty, 2 out. After a strikeout by Ji-Man Choi. Daniel Robertson will come up next if Adames can do something here. That pitch is outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count to Willie. Chad Green with 14 pitches so far in this inning. First pitch to Adames. Swung on and driven. Picked up by Andujar. The throw to first will be in time to retire the side. 1-2-3 for the Rays. And the Yankees are 3 outs away from getting the 6-5 win. Top of the 9th next. Pitching next for the Rays, Peter Fairbanks appeared in 21 games last season with a 6.86 ERA, 28 strikeouts, 10 walks. First batter he'll face is the first baseman Luke Voit. Luke Voit 2 for 3 in this one with a pair of doubles. 7, 8, 9, the lineup spot scheduled to come up in the top of the 9th. Fairbanks looking to hold the Yankees' lead to just 1 and give the Rays one final chance. The 0-1 to Voit. Swung on and fouled away. Fairbanks up early in the count. Early, no balls, 2 strikes. Peter Fairbanks, certainly not my first choice to come out of the bullpen. Kevin Cash apparently likes his chances here as Voit fouls that one away. Cash perhaps maybe trying to save his bullpen for later in this series. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. The 0-2 to Voit. Swung on and fouled away. Of course, they had the option to bring Diego Castillo back out, but maybe with him giving up that 2-run homer, relinquishing the lead. Maybe not his day, as that ball will be driven for a base hit by Luke Voit. Yankees have a leadoff single looking to add on to their 1-run lead in the top of the 9th. Fairbanks giving up a single there. A 3-hit game for Luke Voit. He's 3 for 4 in this one. The catcher Gary Sanchez will come to the plate next. He's 2 for 3 as well, singled in his last 2 at-bats. First pitch fouled away for a strike. Rays have given up a multitude of hits in this one, allowed 6 runs in total to the New York Yankees. Rays at one point held a 5-1 lead. Its sense has vanished. The 0-1. Sanchez will have to back away to avoid getting drilled by Fairbanks. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Rays looking to just hold down the Yankees in this one. Give themselves just a final chance to pick up a run. The 1-1 to Sanchez. And it's in there for a strike. Sanchez watching that ball head in the strike zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Sanchez. The pitch from Fairbanks is outside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. 9 pitches thrown so far by Fairbanks. First appearance of the season for Peter, the relief pitcher. The 2-2 to Sanchez, fouled away. Sanchez is, of course, no stranger to long at-bats. Had a 12-pitch at-bat in his last appearance, led to a single ultimately. He would come around to score as well. That pitch inside, count goes full now. The 9-hitter Gardner scheduled to come up next. The 3-2 to Sanchez is hit right to Robertson. The flip to second and the throw to first to get a double play. At least erases the leadoff single, and the Rays now have 2 gone in the top of the 9th. Sanchez grounds into the double play. 2 out now for the Yankees. Brent Gardner will come up next. Brent Gardner 1 for 3, homered in his last at-bat, a 2-run homer in the 7th inning. Brought the Yankees to just 1 run behind the Rays. Of course, would take the lead on a 2-run shot by Gleyber Torres in the 8th inning. The 0-1 to Gardner. Swung on and missed on a pitch well inside. The Rays now 1 strike away from giving themselves a final chance in his first game of the season against these hated New York Yankees. The 0-2 to Gardner. He's high for a ball, 1 ball, and 2 strikes. The count now to Gardy. The 1-2. Swung on and fouled away. The 1-2 from Fairbanks on its way. The pitch is just jammed up and popped up to the first baseman, Choi. That will retire the side. Rays down 1 run. They have 3 outs left to change the result. No surprise here, the New York Yankees closer Aroldis Chapman will come in with a 1-run lead in the 9th. Has appeared in a game this season. 1 save in 1 opportunity and 1.1 innings pitched. 2 strikeouts, no walks, no runs allowed for him. He will face Daniel Robertson first. The third baseman is 1 for 3, singled in his last at-bat. The righty on lefty matchup favoring Robertson. Swung and missed at that first pitch, 0-1. Aroldis Chapman with those fastballs that can near 100 miles an hour, often exceeding that. That pitch just low for a ball. Daniel Robertson perhaps just a tad lucky on the rolling of that pitch. He's tied up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Rays needing a run. The 1-1 to Robertson. Fouled away down the right field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Daniel Robertson. In his first game this season, picked up his first hit of the season in his last at-bat. The 1-2 to Robertson is very inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Rays crowd on their feet, cheering the Rays to a run. The pitch to Robertson, swung on and missed. And the Rays have their first out of the inning. They've got 2 left. And pinch hitting for Kevin Kiermaier is the right-handed Jose Martinez. His first at-bat of the season. Of course, came over in a trade from the St. Louis Cardinals. The Rays wanting another righty on lefty here. The first pitch to Martinez is high for a strike. We would love to see Jose Martinez come through for the Rays in his first at-bat of the season. Nothing says a warm welcome like a tying home run. The 0-1 to Martinez is in there for a strike. Martinez finds himself down early. 0-2. Of course, never an easy thing to do to come off the bench and face one of the best closers in the entire league in Aroldis Chapman. The 0-2 to Martinez is in there for a strike. And Martinez goes down looking on 3 pitches. Aroldis Chapman has the Yankees 1 out away from a win. The catcher Michael Perez, the final prayer for the Rays. He is in the 9th spot. Of course, the Rays not able to pinch hit because Perez did come in for the other catchers. Zanino. Rays with no other catchers on the roster. Perez forced to hit. A lefty on lefty here. That pitch is just inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rays needing a run. Of course, the Rays did hold a 5-1 lead. Relinquished that. It was 5-4 at one point. And then the Yankees with a 2-run shot made it 6-5. The 1-1 to Perez. Swung on and missed. And Aroldis Chapman has the Rays down to their final strike. A 1-2 count to the catcher Perez. Rays needing a miracle here. Down a run. That pitch outside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Perez. Would love to just get Perez on base. They got the top of the lineup coming up next. That pitch swung on and fouled away. That pitch well inside. You would think likely would have been called a ball. Perez gets a piece of it to send it foul. We'll do it again at 2-2. The pitch from Chapman to Perez is outside for a ball. That loads up the count at 3-2. The leadoff man, Austin Meadows will come up next. Perez needs to get on base, though. The 3-2 pitch to Perez swung on and missed. And Chapman finishes the comeback. The Yankees will win 6-5 in the first game of the series. The Yankees come back from a 5-1 deficit on a 2-run homer by Gleyber Torres in the 8th. Diego Castillo will be the losing pitcher in this one. Zach Britton picks up the win. We'll see you tomorrow when we take on the Yankees again.